So they have these little stupid Metro News, and I can't even read them because, my God, they have all these ads. And then you're trying to read the little paragraph, and seriously, the little ads, like, move like that much, it's too annoying to even bother. Like if I want to read something, oh, the worst cities in America, well, I shouldn't even bother. Because it's just negative. Okay, one thing is, they didn't have East Palestine, Ohio. That was destroyed last year, February 3rd. Okay? They did not have that city up as one of the worst cities to live in. Okay, they're way off. Like, that should have been one of the first cities. Okay? And Chicago always was a bad city, where Eminem and Ted Nugent came from. And I think other musicians came from there too. Whatever. Okay. Really, 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 really bad cities in America. They had St. Louis, Missouri down as one of the worst cities in America. Really? And they didn't put East Palestine down. Really? Like that's not even the city anymore. And what happened to all the people there? They died. There is no true report. Especially about Nebraska. They had Scottsbluff. What about Dix and Pottersville? Dix is first, D-I-X. And then there's Pottersville. How do I know this in Nebraska? Because a very violent man I was driving with stopped at a bus stop. Stopped at like a restaurant place in Nebraska. Nebraska has nothing. Just Kansas and Nebraska. Good luck trying to get any water or like go to the grocery store. Like that's what you mainly want in some really, really bad cities in the United States, like Nebraska. A guy at Dix, D-I-X. It's supposed to be a town. It has no police, of course. It has nothing. It has no library, no nothing. No, of course it doesn't have a library. It doesn't have anything. But it has a beautiful little stupid restaurant in the front. Like I guess the guy's retired with a lot of money and he just makes food. I don't know. There's 15 trailer parks in the back. Maybe he just doesn't know what to do and is just like, well, you know what? This is a poverty-stricken town, and I'll just make food for the people in the back. I don't know what, goes on there. I couldn't stay there. And the guy even said, I'll drive you to the next town, which was Pottersville. And both places were 8 miles apart from each other. So I went to the Finer Motel in Nebraska. That is not a hotel, all right? That was a setup. That was insanity. My gut feeling told me to get out of the Finer Motel. In fact, I stole a little a big pamphlet, a folder from the Finer Motel because I was brought there by the Nebraska police. This really, 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 really bad guy I was with almost died in Hawaii. He's drinking vodka in his car. He has an empty bottle, and he might have 2 empty containers in his car. And when the police came over in Nebraska, it was nighttime. I told the restaurant. I went in the restaurant. I said that I'm with an insane abuser, and he brought me here from, I have to get away from him. So that didn't go well because then they go talk to him and they take his side. And they think that he's my boyfriend. I'm like, no. He said, well, he said that you were a crazy bitch and threw his car keys out into the field. I said, he probably did that. I said, I didn't pay attention. I just ran away from him. And I went to the restaurant, and you don't, he's not my boyfriend. He's my death friend. And they're like, well, here's $40. I'm like, wow. Nebraska police, they're nice. No, your boyfriend gave you this. I said, no, that's my death friend. Well, we're going to drive you to the Finer Motel. What the fuck? Well, I know, I trusted him. And I guess. So I went to the Finer Motel. I don't know how, I had like $10 on me. The Finer Motel was like 50. Actually 55. Somehow I had just enough money to stay, and I should never have paid, because I should have never, I would have had $55 in my pocket. So I had this gut feeling, get the fuck out of there. There was nobody in that hotel. No noise at all. And I was smoking Bugler cigarettes, little pouch. A lot more tobacco than the years went on from, it was a 2000, oh my God. 2007 or, I think it was 2007 that I ran away, and I was forced to come back. Okay, so it was like the whole year of 2006 I was homeless, beaten up, where my government check went. And then I ran away with like, I guess I got a credit card and it had $500 on it, and I spent $200 on a Greyhound ticket to go out west. So then this is the 2007, the beginning of this is my trip trying to get back. Like, to what? To hell. Like, where I was mistreated to begin with. But the Finer Motel is 8 miles to Dix, D-I-X, which is like the worst poverty-stricken town, because they consider that a town. Now check it out. All they had was like 15 trailer parks in the back. The guy felt sorry for me, living with his girlfriend. He's like, yeah, there's nothing here. There's nothing. There's that stupid restaurant in the front. And I just assumed that maybe it's an old retired guy and he feels sorry for the 15 trailer parks in the back, and like he gives them food every day. I don't know what the hell's going on. There's nothing there. So you have to drive for your food, which would be a Walmart, like at least an hour away. So maybe there's a Walmart like 2 hours away. That's, I'm not sure anymore. It's at least an hour away. So you don't want to live in Dix. Like, what if you don't have a car? How are you going to get to Walmart and back? You need a bike. I don't know. Maybe there's a crazy man, because there's nobody in Nebraska. So check it out. You be at Dix. Okay, there's Pottersville is here. Dix is in the middle, D-I-X, and then the Finer Motel. Okay, you're at Dix. Walmart might be that way. We're going past the Finer Motel, and there's nothing around the Finer Motel. So imagine this. You're driving down the highway with nothing around but fields. And then there's the Finer Motel. Somebody with a gun would just shoot you on the bike. And who would get to you? Nobody. You're out in Nebraska, baby. You're out in the nowhere land. You're out in Arizona land. You're out in Kansas City land, Kansas, and you're out in the Timbuktu. You are out, and nobody knows where you're at. And let's just say, I would have a bike, and I would have lived in Dix with, I don't know, that couple, right? And somebody would have shot me going by the Finer Motel, and I wouldn't be found for over a week. And that would have happened because there's no police. There's no police at all. There's nothing around. Like, a car would have driven by and saw my dead body right out around the Finer Motel, and they would have just thrown it to the side. Like a regular person going to Walmart at Dix, D-I-X. Okay. That's one of the worst. They brought up Scott Bluff. No, I know the worst fucking city in Nebraska, because I was there. it's 8 miles away from Dick's, D-I-X, and that finer motel, there's nothing fine about it. They will kill you there, okay? That's my feeling. It was not a motel. I had bugler cigarettes and I didn't finish that. There was no matches. Okay, so they took my money outside the hotel. So they made me give them $55. And she says, well, you can come inside and get the receipt. It's like, why am I giving you the 50? The policeman trapped me there. Okay? Like, so I'm in there and I signed a stupid receipt. Like, what the hell for? And I was like, oh, you guys don't even have any ice. Yeah, I'm looking for ice. No, we don't have any ice here. And no matches for my cigarettes, my rollies. No. Oh, then I went to Dick's, D-I-X. In back of their restaurant, there was a little grocery store. Nothing on the shelves. Well, this is the end of the week. No, we don't have any matches until the beginning of the month. And then what you see on the shelves, yeah, we don't have anything on the shelves because it's at the end of the month. All right, that was Dick's, D-I-X. Okay, so Finer Motel doesn't have any matches. Dick's doesn't have any matches. And Pottersville doesn't have any matches either. People live there on dirt roads, and there's a library that's open like twice a week. And they do have police, but like sparingly, they have a kind of like grocery store. So they had a picnic table, and I was living there for like 2 days, and I lived in the back. There was a graveyard. So a policeman came up to me, and he's like, yeah, you don't belong here, do you? He's like, who are you? I'm not going to be mean to you. It's just, the people in this small town don't want you here. They noticed you here. And you're hanging out here, and you don't belong here. You don't live here, right? Where do you come from? And then I told him, and he says, you're not wanted, whatever problems you have, we'll take you to a town where they have a shelter, where they have a library. Like, you can't get on the computer here anywhere near here. Like a 5-mile, there's nothing here. So we're taking you to a town where you might get some help, and that's all we can do for you. They had to honor the people in the little small Pottersville. So there were 4 policemen that drove me to Cheyenne, Wyoming. Is she a crazy nut, like we think they say? Nah, she seems to be a sweetheart. So there was 4 cutoff points that the police drove me out. And they drove me past the Finer Motel, and I had a huge duffel bag. It was like a bright reddish, watermelon red. It was a reddish, big, huge, more watermelon red, duffel bag that I liked the clothes, I liked the things, but I couldn't carry anything. When I got out of Dick's Motel, I knew I couldn't carry anything but a couple bags, and that's what I did. And I thought, well, I can come back and get it anytime I want. Well, apparently not. The cop car drove past. And then they go to one stop. Oh my God, 13 minutes. And then they go to another stop. Another police car picks me up. Another police car picks me up. So that's 4 that drove me to Cheyenne, Wyoming. And then it was bad also after that. But somehow I made it home.